They wind up and the first pitch on the way. He takes a ball very wide, the fastball from Keogh. Gross is in very close at third on the other grass. The right-hander pitches. It's a strike call to Mike Riley. The Michiganian went up with a right-hand call. 1-1 the count on Whitaker. Final appearance for the Tigers in this ballpark this year. Lou takes. There's a strike. Let her high outside corner. Keogh throwing hard here in the first three pitches. Now Gross is backed up. He's wide of the bag at third with a 1-2 pitch coming to Lou Whitaker. Keogh works off the third base side of the slab. Feet close together. Gets his sign from Heath. Winds and pitches, and Whitaker hits a foul out of play in the seats down below. Wilson and Herndon are set to follow here in the opening inning. Each of those had home runs in the game last night as the Tigers took the opening game of the two-game set. Keogh delivers. Whitaker swings and misses on a high, hard one. Struck him out. Glenn Wilson will be the Tiger batter. Young center fielder has impressed a lot of observers since he came up from Evansville. Last night he had a home run, a single and a walk. Ended up with 2 for 4. Picked up a couple of RBIs. Here's a line shot right in the glove of Gross for the out. The ball hit about as hard as anybody can hit one, but Gross was standing right in its path, and he gloved it. 2 down, Herndon stepped up for the Tigers. Barry batting .292. 19 home runs and 69 RBIs. One of his home runs last night. He also had a single last evening. Right-hand batter backs off. It's in too close from the right-hand pitching Keogh. Jim and Kim and Joshua Cooper from Toledo, Tiger fans here today. There's a foul back into the seat. Had a good bit of morning fog and overcast. It burned off about an hour before game time. And now the skies are clear and the sun is bright in Northern California. Herndon takes and the pitch is in close at the knee. 2-1 the count of the Tiger left fielder. Keogh into action, delivers. Swing and a foul back to the screen. 2-2 the count on Larry Herndon. The Tigers now have won 7 and lost 1 against the Oakland team this year. They've handled them fairly easily. Jack Hummel out of the ballpark, the former Tiger trainer, recovering from his hernia operation and in good shape. Herndon swings and nubs one foul at the plate. And Mike Riley wants to inspect the ball. He says it's all right. He'll keep it in play. 2-2 the count on Herndon. Another visitor today was Charlie Silveric, one-time Tiger coach, working here with the Oakland A's now. Here's the motion by Matt Keogh. He pitches, and Herndon hits a fly ball to right. Armas comes in and near the line, running hard, makes the catch. And the Tigers go 1-2-3 in the first. The end of a half inning, no score.
This is Ernie Harwell, and I'm pleased to have the Detroit Free Press as a sponsor of our 1982 Tiger broadcast. You know, I have a lot of friends who've been Free Press fans for years, and the first thing they do when they get up in the morning is to turn to the sports section of the Free Press. Reading the sports section is like having an instant replay right there at your breakfast table, especially their baseball coverage. When it comes to baseball, the Free Press is in a league by itself. Complete, concise, interesting, informative. Did you know that they devote an entire page just to baseball every day of the week? You don't find that kind of coverage in many newspapers, but the Free Press has it. And I guess that's one reason why the Free Press is Michigan's first newspaper for sports. To get the Free Press delivered to your doorstep, phone 222-6500. That number again, 222-6500. The Free Press, first, when you need it most.
Thousands of people have gotten a slice of the good life, the exciting instant lottery game. But what about you? Are you one of those who think most of the prizes have been won by now? In point of fact, there are still millions of winning tickets left, including instant winners of $25,000. And the grand prize, $1,000 a week every week for the rest of your life. So don't miss your chance at the good life. Your chances were never better.
Brought to you by the Michigan Lottery.
Well, the Tiger rookie right-hander, Jerry Uger, heating up now. Jerry's won 7 games and lost 6. This is his 17th start. Talking about rookies, the Boston Braves one year back in 1937 had 2 rookies who were 20-game winners. You don't find that very often. Lou Petty and Jim Turner. You remember Jim a good bit later on was a coach for many years with the New York Yankees until he retired down to his home state of Tennessee. Well, Rickey Henderson, who is in the spotlight these days because of the way he's chasing Lou Brock's record. A cinch to break it. He's only 3 away from a tie at the moment, and he'll be leading off against Jerry Uger. Here's a hand for Henderson as he's announced on the public address system. Batting .271, he has 8 home runs and 45 RBIs. He's walked 105 times already with about 6 weeks to go. Right-hander against the right-hander, no score first inning. And Rickey takes a ball low, ball 1. Jerry Uger trying to hold him off now. Here's the windup by Jerry. He delivers a low one. You may have heard Dan Petrie talking on our pregame interview about how tough Henderson is to pitch to with that shrinking strike zone of his, the way he hits in a crouch. Stands a good bit away from the plate. Right-hander against the right-hander, the 2-0 pitch, and Uger fires one outside, ball 3. And, of course, it's got to be in the back of the pitcher's mind, don't walk this guy. And he turns around, and right now he's within one pitch of putting him on. So Jerry gets his sign, works again. Here it comes, and he takes the strike. Got a fastball over. The count on the leadoff man, Rickey Henderson. He's attracted a large horde of photographers down there. The motion and the pitch by Uger. He takes a walk, ball 4. So we'll see the test right away for Bill Fahey, subbing for Lance Parrish. Gross will be the batter. One thing about hitting behind Rickey Henderson, you'll probably see a lot of fastballs. Uger has been using a changeup breaking pitch against left-hand hitters. Now, whether he'll do it with Henderson on or not, we'll have to wait and see. Gross is hitting .247, 6 home runs and 30 RBI. Leach holding on the bag with Rickey Henderson. You can hear the crowd beginning its rhythmic applause. Here's the pitch to Gross. Rickey with the lead. He goes. The pitch is high. Here's the throw by Fahey. Not in time. Stolen base number 116. Henderson has told everybody that he wants to break the record here at home before they leave for the trip to Milwaukee. Gross out of the batter's box. That pitch to Gross was a ball. The Tigers really expect Henderson to go all the time. Stop being very subtle about it. He just takes off and goes. Now he's trying to get a lead at second base. Uger peering in to get the sign from Fahey. Jerry sets and deals, and it is a ball low and away. Ball 2 on Gross. After Wayne, it'll be Dwayne Murphy. Outfield is straight up on Gross. He's a long ball threat. No score first inning. The Tigers went out 1-2-3. Henderson led off with a walk here for the A's and stole second base. Now a 2-0 situation. Here's the set by Uger, and the bluffs, and Henderson ambles back towards second base.
I sure would like to have seen Uger throw to first when Henderson got to the bag. He had a lead over there. I don't think he could have gotten back to the bag with any decent toss to first.
Now here's the set again by Jerry, ready to deal. The pitch to Gross is a low one, and the count is ball 3. Henderson generally gets by with sheer speed. He doesn't worry as much as some base runners have in the past, some great stealers, about pitches moves or establishing leads and all those other little intricacies that come with stealing. He depends on his speed. There's a ball low, and Gross has a walk. So Uger has walked 2 and sets the table for Dwayne Murphy, the left-hand batting center fielder. Murphy batting .243. He's up there near the top on this club in home runs with 18. He has 75 RBIs. He's the team leader in that department. Here comes Roger Craig out now. He wants to try to settle the Uger down a little bit here in the first inning. Uger went 5 1/3 innings in Anaheim and got the Tiger 8-6 victory over Ken Foch his last time out. That was last Friday night. Well, the confab's over at the mound, and this Craig goes back to the dugout. The A's have a first inning threat thanks to a couple of walks. Tigers are pulling their infield up a little bit. And here's Dwayne Murphy at the plate. Outfield is straight up and deep on Murphy. Stands a little more forward in the batter's box than most hitters. Uger sets and deals, and it is a pitch out, but the runners aren't moving. Ball 1. A's have put 15 double steals so far this year. Here's the set. There's a throw to second, and he is back safely. Trammell ducked behind the runner Henderson, and he slid back head first. Rickey makes all his slides head first. Now he edges off the bag, lengthens that lead. Gross comes off first. Here's the set by Uger. And the pitch on the way. It is a strike on the outside corner. 1-1. Uger has no 1982 record against this team. In fact, he has no career record against them. Murphy waits on the 1-1 delivery from Jerry. There go the runners. The pitch is inside. Throw to third. He's safe. Number 117 for Rickey Henderson. One short of tying the record. Gross trailed him and picked up the back end of the double steal. So that's 3 steals in this inning by the A's, 2 by Rickey Henderson. One more, and he will tie the all-time record set by Lou Brock. Man on second, man on third. The Tigers will play their infield back. And it is a 2-1 count on Murphy. Is the set, the pitch. It is a low one, and Henderson is coming home. On the third goes Gross. The ball knocked down by Fahey, and it'll be scored as a wild pitch. Knocked down by Bill. It bounced over to his left, and the runners moved up one. Henderson gets the run. Gross takes third, 1-0 Oakland in the opening inning. And they have scored on 2 walks, steals, and a wild pitch. Infield still staying back for the Tigers. And the count is 3-1 on Dwayne Murphy. Now Gross comes down the line. Here's the windup by Uger. The pitch is a ball in the dirt. He walked him. That'll be the 3rd straight walk off Jerry. Tony Armas will be the next man to bat. And young Dave Rucker, the California left-hander, throwing in the bullpen for the Tigers. Infield playing back in double play depth on Tony Armas. Tony batting .240, 21 home runs and 69 RBIs. Outfield is deep and straight up. The pitch to him is a low one, a good pickup by Fahey. Uger has had trouble locating the plate. It started when Henderson was up. A walk to Rickey, a walk to Gross, a walk to Murphy. The steals sandwiched in between. And the Tigers find themselves behind 1-0 in the opening inning. Cabell came over to the mound. Fahey went out to try to settle down the pitcher. Armas is 1 for the last 17 times at bat. Right-hand batter waiting. Here's a pitch, and it is a ball, and the runner at first, Murphy, goes. He'll make it easily. Now, that'll be a steal for Murphy. It'll be the 4th steal of this inning.
Murphy's got 24 of them.
So Armas steps away. They've got the infield still back with the runners down at 2nd and 3rd. Uger looking to 3rd base, and here's the pitch on the way. It is a strike on the outside corner. Didn't Gross steal home against the Tigers a couple of years ago?
Yes, he did.
Against Jack Morris, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Jack worked from the windup, and Gross came in.
Man who generally you don't count on as being a super base stealer. Armas still waiting. Gross down the line, and the pitch is swung on into left field. It is a foul ball into the bullpen.
Almost a relief to see the bat make contact with the ball.
Yeah, you figure the Tigers might have a better chance.
That's right.
Been a crazy inning so far. The Tigers won out 1, 2, 3. And now the Oakland A's have scored a run without the benefit of a hit. Or an error, for that matter. And they've got runners at 2nd and 3rd, and nobody down. And Armas at the plate, and Tony swings at the ground ball to short. Trammell will go to first base with it. Armas is out. Gross scores, and on to 3rd goes Murphy. 2-0 Oakland. The man at 3rd, 1 down. RBI for Armas on the bounce out to Alan Trammell.
Number 4, Dan Meyer.
Here's Danny Meyer, the ex-Tiger, playing first base. Outfield is straight up on Danny. Maybe a little bit over to the right field side on him. Batting .265, and he has 8 home runs, 57 RBIs. It is a ball low. Murphy bluffing down the line from 3rd on that pitch from Jerry Uger to Danny Meyer. 2-0 Oakland leads first inning. There's a bounding foul hit down toward the Tiger bullpen past first base. Myers hit safely in 5 of the last 6 games. Always a threat at the plate, Danny Meyer. Left-hand batter waiting. Here's the pitch. He takes a wide one. 2-1 the count on him. Remember that Myers started out in the Tiger system with Bristol and really burned up the league that first minor league season. He hit .396 that year. Murphy down the line from third. Now Uger may work off the set position this time. Let's see. Looking in. Now he goes to the stretch. Looks to third. He pitches. Myers swings and misses at a low fastball. And the count on Dan is 2-2. He'll be followed by Davey Lopes. Uger to the stretch again. And the pitch on the way, swung on it to center field deep. Wilson goes back. Here's the tag by Murphy. Wilson makes the catch. Murphy comes home. It's a sacrifice for Meyer. A 3-0 lead for the Oakland team. They have picked up 3 without a hit. The first 3 men walked, and all 3 have crossed the plate. Davey Lopes will be the next Oakland hitter. Davey batting .253 with 11 homers, 36 runs batted in.
The batter, second baseman, Davey Lopes.
Davey had a single and 4 turns against Dan Petrie in the opening game last night. Wind up by Uger, and the right-hander fires a fastball low, ball 1. Lopes cuts and fouls it back into the seats behind the plate. He's jumping out in front, 3-0 in the opening inning. Here's the motion now by Uger. The pitch on the way, swung on a line drive right to Cabell at third for the final out. It's 3 runs on the no hits. There were no errors. Nobody left. And at the end of 1 inning, Oakland 3, Detroit 0.
There are a number of insurance companies who use the word farm or farmers as part of their names. It's probably because many companies started in business insuring farms, ranches, people, and vehicles in the agricultural regions of our country. But there is only one organization with the name of Farmers Insurance Group, FIG. You may recognize their farmer's agent commitment to always be fast, fair, and friendly. Or you may recognize the name of a farmer's agent. These dedicated agents work and live near you. They are active in community affairs because they know that their success is tied to the success of the community. And they realize that their business is totally dependent upon satisfied farmers' policy holders. Farmers and farmers' agents work constantly to keep the cost of insurance down and the amount of protection up.
In Ypsilanti, give a call to Nick Brooks, 485-3880. In South Lyon, Tom Groom, 437-5309.
Meet the enemy of your spark plug. Gas-robbing, sooty carbon. Motorcraft spark plugs fight the enemy. With Motorcraft's extended tip design plugs, carbon is burned away in normal driving in properly tuned cars. Motorcraft spark plugs from Ford for the future of your car, for sure.
In Taylor, look for Eureka Auto Supply on Eureka Road, and in Wixom, see Wixom Auto Supply on North Wixom Road.
People who know quality know the honey-baked ham. A ham so good it'll haunt you till it's gone. Honey-baked ham in Detroit, Roseville, Troy, and in Grand Rapids. The Honey-Baked Ham Company.
Mike Ivey will be leading off for the Tigers now. They went out 1-2-3 in the first inning against the right-hander Matt Keogh. Ivey in the game last night hit the ball hard but didn't have a hit. First 2 times up he hit the long, hard drives caught by the outfielders. Ivey, Cabell, and Leach will be testing Keogh, and it is a 3-0 lead for Oakland. The Tigers are batting in the second. Here's a slow pitch to Mike. It's a little bit low, ball 1. The outfield deep to left on him, and the infield also back. Keogh right hands one to the plate, and Ivey takes the strike on the outside corner. Talking about hard hit balls, Bert Schotten used to keep a scorecard when he managed the dodges, and if you hit the ball hard, you got credit just as much as if the ball had fallen in for a hit. Here's the pitch, and it is swung on and laced to left. The base hit by Ivy. He reached out on that slow pitch and lined to left field for a single. Well, Mr. Shotton didn't pay too much attention to the actual box score. The ball was hit, say, on a line drive to third base. He figured that was good as a ball hit hard that wasn't caught in his scorecard. Here's Cabell coming into the bat. Tigers have a man out and nobody down. They trail 3-0. Enos didn't get a hit last night. He went 0 for 4. His batting average is .265. A couple of home runs, 32 RBIs for the lanky right-hand batter. He pops this one up. It's over to the second base position. Lopes is under it. He gloves it, and holding it first is Ivy. Cliff Johnson, the big first baseman, DH of this Oakland team, calls Mike Ivy Ivory. Mike says he's been calling me that ever since I came to the big leagues. Here's Leach ready to step in now. 3-0 Oakland. The Tigers have a man on and the man out in their second inning. Leach did not get a hit last night. He went 0 for 2. Had a couple of walks. Batting .224, and he takes the ball outside. Rick has 3 homers. He's knocked in 12 runs this season. Outfield to right on him. Keogh delivers. It is a strike, a fastball in above the knees. This is Sam Weiner from Farmington Hills out to see this series. Now the set by Matt. He pitches. Slow curve hangs outside. Keogh's got a pretty good fastball, but you'll see him throw a lot of slow curves and a lot of sliders. He's another excellent fielder. Now the tall right-hand kicks and deals. Here's a high fly ball, deep right. It may go foul down in the right field corner. It is a foul ball, a long one but foul. Let's pause briefly for station identification. This is the Detroit Tiger Baseball Network.
You're listening to the Detroit Tigers flagship station, the 50,000-watt voice of the Great Lakes. This is AM 76 WJR Detroit.
Long, loud strike on Rick Leach. He hit that one way back of the seats, but he pulled it foul by about 10 feet. So he'll have to try again. 2-2 the count on him. Keogh to the set position. Pitches. It's a strike called. He stood there like the house by the side of the road and watched that one go by. Struck him out. The second strikeout for the Oakland right-hander Keogh. Here comes Lynn Jones, who contributed to the Tiger attack last night with singles his last 2 times up. 2 for 4 in the Tiger victory over Oakland yesterday. It is a fastball low to end ball 1. Here's the set now by Keogh. He pitches. There's his slider in for a strike. 1-1. Keogh will throw a screwball, but he'll use that mostly against the left-hand hitters. And the Tigers think he'll throw the spitball once in a while. Here's a ball low. 2-1.
Most teams figure most of the ace pitchers throw spitters.
Well, I think a lot of guys do around the league who don't get credit for it or blame for it, depending on the way you root for them. There's a bounding ball to shortstop. Gloved by Stanley. He pitched it over to Lopes, and the Tigers are out as Ivy is forced for the final out. No runs and 1 hit. No errors. 1 man left, and at the end of an inning and a half, it is Oakland 3, Detroit 0.
Hi.
Hello. Welcome to Murray's Discount Auto Stores with nearly 40,000 items at super low discount prices.
I see you have a special on shoes.
Well, actually, those are Murray's low everyday prices on brake shoes.
I'm really into Poochies, but any kind of designer shoes will do.
Nobody has more replacement brake shoes than Murray's, and that goes for brake pads and linings, too.
Hey, designer linings in my designer shoes makes a lot of sense. See, I run a lot.
And to help you do it yourself.
Gee, a whole library.
We've got books and how-to literature on 40 subjects. Here's a free brake manual.
This guy Brake has his name on everything. Does he make jeans?
Look, I don't think you need brakes.
I can't go barefoot. Listen, I'll just slip into this fitting booth.
No, that's the turning booth.
Is that where they turn out the shoes?
No, that's where Murray's turns rotors and brake drums, right in the store.
On second thought, maybe all I need are heels for my shoes.
Sir, I don't think
Or
you
a
really
shine.
understand. No,
How
look.
about tap?
Wait.
Hurry to Murray's and save on Minute Wax by Turtle Wax. Let you wax any car in less than 15 minutes. Just $3.99 each through Wednesday at Murray's Discount Auto Stores.
Of all medications for acid indigestion or heartburn relief, which one is right for you? For years, Maalox has been recommended most by doctors. Now the antacid ingredients in Maalox, plus an anti-gas ingredient, are in Maalox Plus tablets. Smooth, good tasting, and Maalox Plus tablets work fast to relieve acid indigestion or heartburn. But don't just take my word for it. Try Maalox Plus tablets. You'll find you can't do better. Use only as directed. Maalox Plus tablets are available wherever antacid tablets are sold.
Number 42. The A's coming to bat, and it'll be Mitchell Page to lead off. He starts the bunt and takes a fastball outside, ball one. 3-0, Oakland ahead of the Tigers. Outfield, bunches toward the middle on Page. He's hitting 263, and he takes the half cut, couldn't hold up, and the count is 1-1. It'll be Heath and Stanley to follow. Each of these teams leaves for a trip after this game. Well, the A's go to Milwaukee. The Tigers head up the road to Seattle. Huger winds and deals. There's a swing and a miss by Mitchell Page. Breeze is blowing out today from the plate toward the outfield. Now, Page not quite ready to get back into the batter's box. A's on this homestand have won 6 and lost 5. Here's the windup and the pitch. Swing and a little chopper hit on the ground over toward first base. Page has hit safely in 5 of the last 6 games. He's another one who's a threat on the bases. Huger winds, delivers, and Page hits a high pop-up into short right center. Whitaker going back now. Here comes Jones, and it's Lynn Jones to make the catch. Mike Heath, who didn't play in the game last night, he's the catcher. He'll be up there now for the A's. Heath hitting 246 with 1 home run and 31 RBIs. He's hit in 6 straight games. Native of Tampa, Florida, Mike Heath. One-time Yankee property. He started with the Yanks. They traded him to the Rangers, but he never got to play there. He came to Oakland from Texas. Here's a pitch. Swung on and fouled back. Huger looks him over, goes into action again, and it is a bunt attempt. Did he offer on that one? Well, let's get a sign from the umpire. Yes, he did. Outfield a little bit to left. Here's the windup and the pitch. He swings and misses. Well, he must not have offered on that one. It was... Now it's strike 2, 1-2. Huger deals. There's a drive to right. It'll go foul back into the seat. Right side. sunny day in Oakland. Across the bay from San Francisco. Huger ready to go to work again. Here's the pitch to Heath. It is a wide one, 2-2 the count. It's the fourth year that Heath has been here with the A's. Stands deep, feet close together. Right-hand hitter against the right-hand pitching of Huger. Jerry winds and deals, and it is low. Ball 3, full count. No game for the Tigers tomorrow. They will resume action the next evening, though, in the Kingdome in Seattle. Huger checks his sign. Here's the pitch. He takes, and he's on with the base on ball. Huger had him, and then lost him. He had 2 strikes on him, and then walked him. In that Thursday night game, when the Tigers open their 4-game series in Seattle against the Mariners, it'll be Jack Morris against Mike Moore. Here's Fred Stanley, the shortstop, coming to bat. .189 hitter with 1 home run. 10 RBIs, right-hand batter. They've got a man at first base, Heath. 1 man down, 3-0 Oakland. Throw to first, and Heath is back in time. That is the 4th walk off Huger. He walked 3 in the opening inning, and all 3 scored. That's how Oakland picked up that 3-0 lead. Here's the set by Jerry. Holds it at the belt, delivers, and Stanley takes a fastball on the outside corner for a strike. Don't forget the Chicken is coming to Tiger Stadium Friday night, September the 3rd. Tigers will be playing Billy Martin's A's that night at 7:35. And it'll be the first appearance of the Chicken in Detroit at Tiger Stadium. Here's the set. Throw to first. He's back in time. Huger taking his time. Stanley waiting at the plate. Strike 1, the count on Fred. Huger delivers. It's a pitch out. Throw to first by Fahey. Back in time is the runner Heath. 4 steals in that opening inning for the running A's here in Oakland. One out, 1 on. Huger holds it at the belt. Now pitches, and Stanley takes a strike, a fastball on the inside corner. The other pitching arrangements for the Tigers at Seattle after Jack Morris. On Thursday, it'll be Wilcox, Petrie, and then Huger to complete the series against Beatty, Bannister, and Perry. And we hope you'll join us for those broadcasts from the Kingdome in Seattle. Here's the set now by Huger. He deals again, and Stanley swings and misses on a low fastball and walks back to the dugout. Struck him out. That's the first strikeout, and now here is the featured performer in this muscular soap opera this afternoon, Rickey Henderson. He walked and stole 2nd and 3rd, came home on a wild pitch in the 1st inning. He now has 117 stolen bases. He needs 1 to tie the all-time mark of Lou Brock. He's up for the 2nd time in 2 innings. Right-hand batter waiting on Huger. 2 out, 1 on. There goes the runner. The pitch is outside. Fahey's throw is not in time, and Heath has a stolen base. The 5th steal for the Oakland team.
Dr. Richmond, here's the fourth to the A's clubhouse.
Each time that Huger has walked the man, that man has stolen second base. There have been 4 walks and 4 steals of second, and then also a steal of third. Ball 1 the count on Rickey Henderson. 2 out, a man at second base. That's Heath leading off second. Here's the set by Jerry Huger. And Henderson takes a breaking ball low. Ball 2.
You get the feeling that some of the A's strategy is predicated on getting Henderson on base with nobody in front of him.
And he's got a big lead off second now, gigantic lead. And the pitch to Henderson is a strike. He took a fastball through there. Outfield is straight up on Rickey. Now the set, Trammell ducks behind, there's no throw. And now backing up to second base is the runner Heath. Henderson moved out of the batter's box. 3-0 Oakland in the lead in the second inning. Huger checks his sign with his catcher Fahey. And they pitch to Henderson, swung on and hit high in the air down the right field line. Jones coming over into foul territory, gloved it, and the side retired. So it's no runs, no hits, a walk, no errors, one man left. And we go into the third inning with the Oakland A's leading the Tigers 3-0.
Let's see. Pliers, vice grips, screwdriver. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much all...
What you're listening to is somebody putting together his new lawnmower. He wouldn't have those problems if he bought a Snapper high-vac lawn machine. Because your Snapper dealer assembles it for you. Things like attaching the throttle control, checking the torque, putting in gas and oil. Everything from top to bottom. He'll even show you the best way to operate your new high-vac.
Ah, darn it. Gonna need a couple more tools. Might as well bring my whole work.
So instead of having to empty your toolbox just to put your new lawnmower together, get a versatile lawn machine that comes assembled and ready to work for you. Get a Snapper high-vac. Of course, the only place to get a Snapper high-vac is from an independent Snapper dealer. So stop by. He's got it all together.
Honey, call Mr. Tsuki. I need help reading these directions. Maybe the library's got a...
Snapper, among other things, it's the lawnmower you don't buy in a box.
Elsie the Cow, the Borden Company's friendly representative, invites you to say yes to Michigan and its great state fair this year. And to spur you on, Elsie has put a free ride coupon on your Borden homogenized low-fat and 2% fat milk cartons. Just clip this coupon and take it to the fair with you. In fact, take as many as you like and enjoy a free ride on Elsie and Borden. By the way, Jimmy Lance will be broadcasting daily from the fair between 10 a.m. and noon. Drop by and say hello. So come to the fair with your Borden coupon August 27th through September 6th. Who says there's no such thing as a free ride?
Well, today's the Metro Detroit Chevy Dealers Grand Slam Cleanup Contest winner is John Scallion of Sterling Heights, and his entry was made at Buff Whalen Chevrolet, and his selected Tiger Grand Slam inning is right here, number 3. And Bill Fahey to lead it off. The Tigers' left-handed batting catcher, subbing for Lance Parrish, who has gone home. His wife is in labor. Here's the pitch. Swung on. There's a high foul off of first base. Over near the dugout comes Meyer, and he makes the catch. Good catch by Danny Meyer. He slightly overran it, and right at the top of the dugout steps, reached back and got it in his mitt. Fahey fouls to first. One away. Here's Trammell. Allen batting .236 with 7 home runs and 44 runs batted in. 3-0 Oakland in the lead. They got 3 in the opening inning without a hit. Matt Keogh has allowed the Tigers a single to Ivy. He's been the only runner. Now Matt goes into motion and pitches. It is a fastball low on tram ball 1. Gross is in close at third base. Ground ball to short. Stanley has a nice hop. He fires over to first. 2 away in the Tiger third. Whitaker, the leadoff man who fanned the first trip, steps up again. Well, we'd like to send get well wishes from the Tigers to Mr. Earl Bailey in St. Luke Hospital in Saginaw, to Mr. Hoyt Joyner in St. Joseph's Hospital in Pontiac. Here's Whitaker batting for the second time this afternoon. Outfield is straight away on Lou. The infield back except for the third baseman Gross. Here's a foul on the screen. Keogh started him off with a fastball right at the hand. Third inning, 3-0 Oakland. Outside curve stays outside, and the count is 1-1 on Sweet Lou. Keogh working quickly, comes back with a fastball, swing and a miss by Whitaker. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count on him. Keogh ready again, delivers. Here's a swing and a fly ball to left. Going back is Henderson running hard, and he can't get it. It's off the wall. Whitaker going for 2. He has a stand-up double. A left field double off the bat of Whitaker puts the Tiger at second with 2 men out here in the third. It'll bring up Glenn Wilson. Wilson, the first trip, hit a vicious line drive to Gross at third base to the out. Right-hander against the right-hander. Tigers trail 3-0, third inning. Keogh pitches. Wilson takes the ball low. They got the outfield swung extremely toward left on Glenn Wilson. And he looks at a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Keogh checking his time with his catcher Heath. Pitches, and it is a strike. A slider on the outside corner, throw to second. Lopes coming in behind Whitaker, but there's no damage. 3-0 Oakland. Tigers trying to do something about that deficit here in the third inning. Whitaker coming down the line from second, gets a longer lead. Set by Matt Keogh. He pitches. It is a low outside fastball, 2-2. Wilson better than he, standing deep. Here's the pitch. He taps it foul over toward the Tiger dugout. Well, the American Legion regional tournament's getting underway. The first round action Wednesday in the Great Lakes Regional at Arlington Heights in Illinois. Allen Park, Michigan against Levittown, Pennsylvania will be one of the feature games. Here's the pitch. He swings and misses. Struck him out. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left. We go to the last half, the third. Oakland 3, Detroit 0.
Gee, it's good to be back here again at the ball game in Detroit again. Back where my heart has always been. With the Detroit Tigers playing baseball again.
Baseball is like an old friend. The longer it's part of your life, the more you like it. That's why so many people come out to see the Detroit Tigers play. It feels good. The Marathon Oil Company loves baseball just like you do. And the Marathon Oil Company is proud to be here with the Detroit Tigers.
Gee, it's good to be back here again.
You know it is.
With the Detroit Tigers playing baseball again.
The Detroit Tigers and the Marathon Oil Company. We got together to do it better. And we did.
If you're a sports fan and you don't have the WJR listening habits weekday evenings, you could be missing some of the best radio around. WJR Sports Director Frank Beckman chairs Sports Wrap each evening from 8 to 11, a sports talk show that takes you behind the scores and commentary and puts you in touch with some of the biggest names in sports. So if you want to tune in on sports, tune in to WJR Sports Wrap weeknights from 8 to 11 and following Tiger baseball right here on WJR Detroit.
There was no home run in the Tiger third, but John Scanion wins a pair of tickets to a Tiger game, compliments to the Metro Detroit Chevy dealers. He's ahead of the Tigers, 3-0. We're going down to the last half of the third. And Gross will lead it off. Wayne takes an inside pitch, ball one. Gross walked in the first inning, and there's a low one, ball two, the count on the big left-hand batting infielder. In that opening inning, Henderson, Gross, and Murphy, all three walked, and all of them scored runs. Henderson picked up a couple of steals and now has 117 for the year. Gross looks, and the pitch is low, ball three. 3-0 the count on him. Huger also walked a man in the second, so he's issued 4 walks. There's a strike. He got his fastball over. 3-1. Jerry checks his sign with Fahey, his catcher. Works again. Here it comes, and Gross swings and misses on a change. That's the pitch that Huger will use against left-hand hitters. Got to keep him a little bit more off balance. Earlier in the year, he'd had a lot of problems with the left-hand batters, and he added that pitch to his repertoire. Now Gross steps out and back into the batter's box here in Oakland. Wind up by Huger. He pitches, and there's a fly ball to center field. Wilson is there to his right. He gloves it, and there's one away. That's the third outfield putout for the Tigers. Plus one foul fly that was caught by Lynn Jones. Well, you can't count it as 4 if you want to be precise. And here's Dwayne Murphy coming to bat. He walked and scored a run in the opening inning. Oakland ahead, 3-0 in their third. Swing and a foul ball hit on the ground down toward first base. Murphy, one of the speedsters, had a great outfielder and a good hitter. Basically a fastball hitter. Stands deep, fairly close together with his feet. Here's the pitch, and he takes the ball outside. Tigers try to pitch him with the breaking balls away from the plate. Now the motion of the pitch. He is jammed with a fastball. It got the inside corner. 1-2, the count on Dwayne Murphy. 1 out, nobody on. 3-0 Oakland, third inning. Final appearance for the Tigers at this ballpark in 1982. Now the motion of the pitch. It is high. It was a close one, 2-2. In that National League game, the only Major League game going on besides this one, the Cubs are leading 8-4 now in the 8th inning over the Giants. Solars and Buckner have hit home runs for their teams. Jenkins and Gale were the starters. There's a fastball low, and the count is full, 3-2. Gale has been relieved by Holland and Brining in that order for the Giants. Here's the motion and the pitch on the way. He takes the walk. That will be the 5th walk issued by Huger. Tony Armas, who drove home a run with a bounce out that traveled at shortstop in the opening inning, will be the batter. And they've got the infielder double play depth against Tony. Huger stepping off the slab now, not quite ready to go to work again. Murphy getting a lead, draws the throw over there to Leach. And the pitch on the way. There's a drive to left. Might be. Herndon goes back to the wall. Reaches. Makes the catch. About as far back as he could go. And retreating and holding at first is Murphy. The ball dropped by Leach, but Murphy just stays at first base. A long, hard drive up the bat of Armas is picked off the fence by Herndon. That keeps the man at first. There are 2 down, and Danny Meyer will be the batter. Oh, the infield can play back on Danny. 3-0 Oakland leads. They're batting in the third inning against Huger. There's a toss over to first. No damage over there. Murphy back in plenty of time. There's a fastball outside. Murphy's been on 2 straight walks. Billy Rogel of the Tigers once set a record. He drew 7 straight walks in 1938. Mel Ott and Eddie Sankey later tied that mark. That's a lot of walking in a row. Meyer waits, but the throw goes to first base again, and Murphy back safely. Meyer played just about straight away. They play him deep. Mays have a 3-0 lead over the Tigers. Here's the set by Huger. Runner goes. It's a pitch out. Fahey's throw to second is in time. He cut him down. Murphy is out. Trammell covering, putting the tag on Murphy, and they go out 1, 2, 3 in the third. At the end of 3, Oakland 3, Detroit 0.
First thing in the morning, right there on your doorstep, Free Press has the latest news to start up your day.
First thing in the morning, news, sports, and features, funny things to make you smile and help you on your way.
Free Press, first when you need it most.
When you're first for sports, people expect first-class sports coverage. And that's just what the Free Press baseball page delivers. It not only gives you box scores, but the stories behind the scores and the stats behind the stories. Plus a complete rundown of today's starting pitchers, their league record, and their stats versus the opposition. Now that's first-class sports coverage. And that's what helps make the Free Press Michigan's first newspaper for sports.
Free Press, first when you need it most. Free Press.
For home delivery of the Free Press, phone 222-6500 today.
If you've got a bunch of choosy, picky, hard-to-please-em eaters and you're going out of your mind, then
head for Bonanza to please appetites of all kinds. Head for Bonanza instead. Yeah, head for Bonanza instead.
Bonanza knows how to please a family. Terrific meals and low Bonanza prices. So, if you can't please them at home,
it's Farmer Jack's savings time. Time to save on California head lettuce. 24 size, only 58 cents at Farmer Jack.
Going back. 3-0 Oakland. The Tigers come to bat now in the 4th inning. Larry Herndon will lead it off, and let's tune in on Paul Carey.
All right, Ernie. Larry got up to the batter's box, went back to the dugout, and apparently picked up a different piece of timber. I think he got up there and realized it wasn't his bat. Excuse me. Comes Herndon to the plate. He'll be followed by Ivy and Cabell in the 4th inning. Matt Keogh has struck out 3, has not walked anybody, and allowed 2 hits. There's a looper toward left field. That'll be a hit for Herndon. 1 hop to the mid of Henderson. He charged, then played it safe. And Larry is on with a leadoff single. I think we've had a reminder about a station break, so let's try to slip one in here. Let's pause for station identification. This is the Detroit Tiger Baseball Network.
This is the 50,000-watt voice of the Great Lakes and the flagship station for the Detroit Tigers. You're listening to AM 76 WJR Detroit.
Here's Mike Ivy. Ivy singled to left with the first Tiger hit in the 2nd inning. Herndon at first, the pitch to him, and it's taken low and outside for ball 1. Keogh with 10 wins, 16 defeats. That's had kind of a dotted record. One year he had 17 losses and only 2 victories. Ivy swings and pops it up to short right field. Backpedaling is Lopes. He gives way to Armas, and Tony, just not too far back to second base position, makes the catch. Well, there's one out with Herndon at first, and Enos Cabell will be the batter. Heath goes out to talk to Keogh. Keogh's had some problems with control this year, and but he's not evidenced any here so far in this game. Well, they toss to first base. Herndon gets back. Checking around to see if there's been a change. We got some announcement about somebody with stomach spasms. Another toss to first. Larry is back. Don't see any change defensively that I can note. Here's the pitch. It's a pitch out, and not much of one. Cabell drops the bat at the plate. Heath had stepped way to his right, reached back toward the plate. And Enos is having a conversation with Mike Riley about that. He's jabbering away, standing outside. Herndon at first with one down here in the Tiger fourth inning. 3-0 A's. They scored without a hit. In the first inning on 3 walks, 4 stolen bases, a wild pitch, and a bounce on a sacrifice fly. All contributing to the 3 runs. Cabell checks his swing and fouls it back. 2 strikes on E. Herndon at first with a leadoff single. Ivy has hit a pop out to right field, and now Cabell with a 2-strike count. They pitch to Enos. Fouled back into the stands up behind the Tiger dugout. Matt Keogh comes from a fine athletic family. Of course, his dad was a former Major League outfielder. Played with 6 different Major League teams. Now scouts for the Cardinals. But, and his uncle Joe played with the A's and the White Sox. There's a swing and a miss. Cabell fooled. Throw to first. Back is Herndon. 4 strikeouts for Keogh. He gave him a changeup. That brings up Rick Leach.
First baseman, Rick Leach.
Well, we had some information about somebody with some stomach spasms, and it turns out I checked the defense, didn't see any changes there, and didn't notice, but we're working with 3 umpires. Larry Barnett has been excused for the day. Pitch is low for ball 1 to Rick Leach. The A's really overshift their outfielders on the Tiger hitters. They're shifting way to right on Leach. And Rick takes the strike. 1-1. Leach took a called 3rd strike his first time up. He went 0 for 2 in the opener here last night. Toss over to first base, and Herndon gets backhand first. Matt's dad, Marty, was not only a Major League baseball player, but was perhaps one of the finest football players developed in this area. The old, in those days, he was playing a triple threat tailback. Big lead for Herndon at first. The pitch to Leach. On the corner, it's a strike. 1-2 on Rick. He goes back and grabs a handful of dirt, flips it away. Now the pitch from Keogh, just a bit wide, 2-2. Keogh has not had much luck winning here at home. His record 2-9 this year at home, 8-7 on the road. But he's got 3-0 lead today. Leach fouls it back to the screen. giving up a bundle of home runs this season, a total of 28 so far this year. Last year he gave up, of course, a shortened season, but he gave up 11. Leach takes it in the dirt. It bounces away from Heath, but out in front of the plate. He just puts it back to Keogh. No advance by Herndon. So it's a full count now on Rick. And Keogh figured that ball got damaged a little bit, skipping in front of the plate and off the shin guard of Heath. Now he exchanges it. Not a cloud in the sky here. The Oakland folks, when the Tigers came out to the ballpark, were almost apologizing about the weather. They're the natives. They should know it would burn off, and it sure did. Now the pitch. There goes Herndon, and it's taken outside for ball 4, and the Tigers get 2 men on for the first time in the same inning. Leach at first, Herndon at second. The first pass issued by Keogh, and Heath wants to have a talk with Matt. The batter will be Lynn Jones. Lynn had a couple of hits last night. He had not played in the Tiger game in 2 weeks. A little strain of the right ankle. And Lynn is playing in right field with Chet Lemon suffering from a pulled hamstring. Lynn came through with a couple of singles up the middle last night, and he hit another ball that was deflected for a double play. May have hit that one harder than anything. 2 on, 2 out. The pitch from Keogh. High and away. Ball 1 on Lynn. Herndon at second. Leach at first. Keogh delivers. Fouled back above the Tiger dugout into the stand. Well, they're in the 9th inning at Wrigley Field now, and it's still an 8-4 Cub lead. The Giants, an unhappy team these days. They feel they got jobbed a bit in St. Louis. And were beaten yesterday by the Cubs. But they move back into contention with Atlanta failing. Ground ball off the leg of Keogh. It squirts toward third. Everybody's safe. The bases are loaded. Gross picked up the ball near the line. He had no play anywhere. That was a shot hit up the middle again by Lynn, and this time it came off the foot of Keogh, I believe. It'll be a base hit for Lynn Jones, loading the bases for Bill Fahey. Well, the Tigers, with a chance to climb back in it here in the 4th inning, have loaded the bases with 2 outs. Fahey popped a foul to Danny Meyer his first time up. Bill subbing for Lance Parrish here this afternoon. On the spot right now at the plate. Here's the windup by Keogh. The pitch. He checks. It's on the outside corner. Strike 1 called. Well, look to third. The full windup. Keogh pitches. Ground foul. He changed up on him. And he just got a little piece of that. He's out in front of it. 2 strikes on Bill. One-time infielder, Matt Keogh. He played 3 years as a pro as an infielder before becoming a pitcher. Bases loaded with Tigers. 2 strikes on Fahey. 2 out. The pitch to Bill. He swings and bounces a foul down past first base coach Dick Krzyzewski. Keogh off the mound, walks back up. Tigers have 4 hits off him, but have not been able to score. 2 strikes on Fahey. Keogh delivers. Ground foul again over toward the Tiger dugout. Fahey hanging in. Lance was in the initial lineup, but he got the call out here at the ballpark and put his street clothes back on again and is headed back home, catching a plane out of the Bay Area. The call that Arlen was in labor and hopefully about to expect to produce their second child. that joined David. Here's the pitch to Fahey. High for a ball. That was a fastball from Keogh. John Walkenfuss is suffering from a sprained ankle. He is helping out and in uniform, and he's down in the bullpen. But not nearly 100%. So Fahey is the man behind the plate here today. And there's a wide one to Bill. 2-2 count. Heath up ready to throw. Heath likes to throw to the bases. Heath has a far better percentage of cutting down runners than Newman, who sees more action behind the plate. Newman with a little better bat. 2-2 count, bases loaded. The pitch to Bill Fahey. High for ball 3. Well, Keogh got 2 strikes on him. Fahey kept fouling him off. Now he's working finally. He worked a couple of pitches that were just off the outside corner. That one was high. Now this will free the chains on the base runners. Real merry-go-round starts. The pitch. Swung on, fly ball to left field. Should be caught. Henderson is under it. He waits. He's got it. And the Tigers load him but leave him. And after 3.5 innings, Oakland 3, Detroit nothing.
If you want to clean up buy on a new Chevrolet, now's the time during Chevy's gigantic factory-authorized year-end clearance. Special factory incentives make it possible for your Chevy dealer to save you hundreds of dollars now on many popular Chevrolets. Save hundreds of dollars now on Chevy Chevettes, including Chevette Scooter, already one of the lowest-priced 4-door hatchbacks sold in America. Save hundreds on the versatile Chevy Citation. Citation's been the best-selling front-wheel drive car in America over the past 3 years combined, based on manufacturers' retail deliveries. Save hundreds of dollars on Chevy Celebrity, one of America's roomiest front-wheel drives. Save hundreds of dollars on Chevy Cavalier, utilizing advanced technology in a sedan, coupe, hatchback, and wagon. Savings apply only to retail sales on new 1982 models delivered by August 31st. So hurry. See your Chevy dealer now during Chevy's gigantic factory-authorized year-end clearance.
There's one chainsaw that continues to be the largest selling in the world, and that says a lot about a Steel. To be top saw, a Steel's got to be rugged, hard-working, smooth-running, and easy to start. So for the best-selling Steel chainsaw, check the yellow pages under saw.
If that's the largest selling, hardest working cutting machine, then that can only mean
That's right. It's a chainsaw from Steel.
nothing works as hard as a Steel.
Today's Tiger game is being brought to you in part by the Michigan Bureau of State Lottery. But the game's not over yet. Baseball, that is. Back to Ernie and Paul for more.
Bottom of the 4th inning here at the Oakland-Alameda County Coliseum. Danny Meyer will be leading it off. Second time up for Whitey in the game. Danny hit a sacrifice fly to drive in one of the 3 runs in the first inning. In case you joined us late, wildness by Jerry Uger contributed to 3 Oakland runs. They still do not have a hit off Uger. Here's the windup. The pitch to Meyer. Swung on and popped foul down the third base line. Long run for Cabell. Can he get there? Nope. Can't quite reach it down in the bullpen. There's a lot of space to run behind first and third here at the Oakland Coliseum. Stands Bell back from behind the plate. Odd configuration in foul territory. Looks like a giant, weird-sized keyhole. Now the windup, the pitch from Uger. It's low and outside. 1-1 on Danny Meyer. Uger into the motion now. Delivers to the left-hand hitting first baseman. It's just off the outside corner. Uger thought he had it. 2-1. Well, he walked Rickey Henderson to lead off the ball game. Henderson stole second. Now the pitch to Meyer, swung on a high foul fly to right. Racing is Leach, but he won't get to this one. It's back in the stands. Getting back to that first inning, he walked Rickey Henderson to lead it off. And Henderson stole second, number 116. He walked Wayne Gross. Then they pulled a double steal. Henderson getting his 117th. One within Lou Brock's record. Then a wild pitch brought home Henderson. And Dwayne Murphy walked. He stole second. A bounce out by Tony Armas got in a run, and a sacrifice fly by Meyer scored the other. Low and inside. 3-2 count now on Danny Meyer. Now 3 walks, 4 stolen bases, and a wild pitch in that inning. There's called strike 3. Meyer started to first base, and he's out of there. Second strikeout for Uger.
Now batting, second baseman, Davey Lopes.
Here's Davey Lopes, who lined out to Cabell his first time up. Got a final now from Wrigley Field, the only other matinee in the majors today. The Cubs defeated the Giants 8-4. 8 runs, 10 hits. The Giants had 4 runs and 6 hits. Rich Gale started and didn't last very long. He left in the second inning. There's a called strike on Davey Lopes. Gale, the loser, 5-13, and Fergie Jenkins hung in there after giving up 3 runs in the first 2 innings. Wound up with his 9th win against 13 defeats. Strike 2 called on Lopes. Buckner homered for the Cubs today with 2 on. Soulars homered for San Francisco. The Giants have lost 4 in a row. Now the pitch. There's a called strike 3. Lopes fooled, and he doesn't like it. He's mad, but he should be mad at himself. Beauty by Uger. He really broke one off. 2 outs. That'll bring up the left-hand hitting DH Mitchell Page. Well, the Giants had climbed back into the Western Division race, but run up into trouble at St. Louis and Chicago. Swing and a miss by Page. He went after a pitch that was almost in the dirt. Here's the windup by Uger. They pitch. Swing and a miss. He took another wild cut. Young fella came up to me at the coffee shop here yesterday. He says, "Who do you think's going to win it, the Dodgers or the Giants?" I don't think many people consider the Giants to have a great deal of a chance, but they have done a good job in coming back into contention for a while. Here's the windup. The 2-strike pitch. Swung on and missed. 3 straight pitches, and Uger strikes out the side in the 4th. After 4 innings, A's 3, Tigers nothing.
You gotta reach deep inside.
We've all felt it.
Come on, bring out that pride.
The challenge to make every effort count in all we do to bring out the best.
Bring out your best. Bring out your best. Bring out your best.
The challenge for us was to brew a light beer worthy of the king of beers. One with a clean, distinctive taste. Budweiser Light lives up to the challenge.
Bring out your best. Budweiser Light. Bring out your best. Budweiser Light.
To brew Budweiser Light, it took time, patience, and a commitment to quality. But then, the best never comes easy. That's why there's nothing else like it.
Budweiser Light.
Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
For all your high-altitude indoor and outdoor projects, True Value Hardware stores are offering dependable Werner aluminum ladders with up-to-date features and down-to-earth prices. Hi, Pat Summerall to tell you their ruggedly built extension ladders have traction tread steps, double-rung locks, and slip-resistant shoes. And their sturdy step ladders have bracing on both top and bottom steps. Werner ladders are designed for safety and stability, and you'll find a wide selection, all value priced, at participating True Value Hardware stores and home centers.
It's Farmer Jack savings time. Time to save on USDA Choice full-cut beef round steak. Only $1.85 a pound at Farmer Jack.
Here's Alan Trammell to lead off for the Tigers in the 5th inning. With Ernie Harwell, this is Paul Carey at the Oakland Coliseum. Windup of a brief 2-game stay here. Tigers won the opening game last night 5-1 behind the pitching of Dan Petrie, but trailed 3-0 as we move to the 5th inning today. Swing and a miss by Trammell. Keogh has shown some excellent off-speed breaking pitches. Matt has struck out 4, walked 1, and allowed 4 hits. The right-hander kicks and pitches to Trammell. He runs up as though to bunt, holds off, hits the ball. 1-1 on Allen. Trammell bouncing back from that shoulder ailment. Now the pitch from Keogh. It's high. 2-1 on Allen. Now with Tom Brookins nursing a bad elbow. Tigers a little short. Swung on, a fly ball to right field. Armas drifting into his right, flips the glasses down. He's got it, and there's 1 out. Now before Lou Whitaker bats, let's pause for station identification. This is the Detroit Tiger Baseball Network.
This is AM 76, the great voice of the Great Lakes and the flagship station for the Detroit Tigers, WJR Detroit.
Wayne Gross in tight at third. The pitch to Whitaker. He swings and misses. Lou doubled over the head of Rickey Henderson his last time up. 1 for 2 today. Keogh working quickly, comes back. And it's in for a strike. Whitaker shortened, ran up at it, and then just kind of faded away, but it was right through the heart of the plate. And it's 2 strikes on Lou. Now they pitch from Keogh. He wastes 1 outside. One-two pitch to Whitaker. Draw a foul to back over the screen into the stands. 1 out, nobody on here in the Tiger 5th inning. The Tigers moving on up the coast to Seattle tonight. They'll start a 4-game series in the Kingdome on Thursday night. We'll be on the air the first 3 nights at 10:15, and I think it's a half hour earlier on Sunday at 9:45 Michigan time. Whitaker takes it outside. 2-2 on Lou. Keogh delivers. There's a punch to left foul back into the stands. He just reached out, chopped at it. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes on Sweet Lou. Now Keogh winds and delivers. There's another fly to left. It'll be foul and into the bullpen, into the stands. Good catch by the man down in the corner. Well, the A's have got some sore arms right now. We're talking about Jeff Jones heading today to Minneapolis to get a shot from Dr. O'Phelan there. And Mike Norris has an ailing shoulder. He's going down to Los Angeles to confer with Dr. Job. Swung on, a high fly ball down the left field line. Left fielder Henderson in foul territory there makes the catch. Now Gross and Stanley and Henderson converged on that. There are 2 down. And that brings up Glenn Wilson. Glenn is hitless in 2 trips. First time up, he had a screaming line drive right at the mitt of Gross at third base. Glenn has hit safely in 11 straight games now and in 15 of his last 16. Keogh ready to work. The first pitch to Wilson. Swung on. Line drive right field. A base hit for Wilson. He keeps the streak going. Glenn is on with 2 out here in the Tiger 5th inning. Hit number 5 for the Tigers. That'll bring up Larry Herndon, who's 1 for 2. The Tigers will see the A's when they're back home next. Next Tuesday, the Tigers begin a week-long homestand. 3 straight night games, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday against the Angels. Then the A's are in Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday afternoons. Herndon takes a low one from Keogh. And for the opener of that series with the A's Friday, September 3rd. We'll have the chicken on our side. The A's will have the chicken on theirs and Fred Stanley. Now the pitch from Keogh. Ground ball to Stanley. He underhands to Lopes for the force at second. That's all for the Tigers. No runs, a hit and a man left. After 4.5, it's still the A's 3, Tigers nothing.
People who run in marathons are like highly tuned machines. They train, build their stamina, push themselves to the limit. They experience great physical stress, rather like your car engine does. To help in all this, they often have a special diet. At Marathon, we understand this phenomenon, and we've come up with a special diet for your automobile. It's called Marathon Gasoline. You see, all Marathon branded gasolines have a very special additive that's injected at each delivery. This additive gives better mileage, lowers engine repair bills, and cuts down on engine wear. Your Marathon man wants your automobile to win over the long haul. Treat your automobile to our special diet. It won't lose weight, but it'll sure feel a lot better. Be a winner. Be a marathoner. Marathon. Best in the long run.
Win a 1982 Chevette. Play Tiger Chevrolet Grand Slam Cleanup. Pick up an entry in contest rules at any Metro Detroit Chevy dealer. No purchase necessary. If you're a licensed driver, 18 or over, just complete the entry in full with your selection of the Tiger inning for a Grand Slam home run. Between now and September 22nd, a name will be drawn and announced on the air before each Tiger game. If a Tiger hits a Grand Slam during the inning named on the selected entry, he or she wins a new Chevette. Other prizes include a World Series trip, $100 cash, and Tiger tickets. Grand Slam Cleanup. Enter now at your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers.
Mike Heath will be stepping in to lead it off for the A's here in the 5th inning. Mike walked his first time up.
Leading off for Oakland, catcher Mike Heath.
Jerry Uger trailing 3-0 as a result of his own wildness in the first inning. He has walked 5 and had 1 wild pitch and has struck out 4, including the last 3 in a row. There's a wide one to Heath. Now Jerry into the motion. He kicks and fires. There's a base hit to right field. Through the hole between Whitaker and Leach. Sharply hit. 1 hop out of the infield. Now that's the first hit of the ball game for the A's. It'll bring up Fred Stanley with Rickey Henderson on deck. Stanley struck out his only time up. Cabell sneaking in, looking for the bunt. Here's the stretch by Uger. And the pitch, he squares the bunt, takes it low and outside. Some of the folks around Oakland here were kind of perturbed and mad at Fred Stanley because he'd been getting some hits lately as the number 9 man in the batting order and getting on first base. He'd been walking and getting some hits, and they didn't like that out of their number 9 man because that clogged up the base paths in front of Rickey Henderson if he should get on. Here's the stretch by Uger. He goes to first base, sending Heath back. Uger taking a little more time now. Right-hand hitting Stanley waiting at the plate. There's the pitch. He squares and bunts it foul down the first base line. Jack Morris goes in the opener Thursday night at the Kingdome against Mike Moore. Going to see Gaylord again this time around. He got called last night and was ejected from the ball game by plate umpire Dave Phillips for the alleged use of a spitter. Wonder where he got that idea. Now the set. The hold. Now the 1-1 pitch, and it's low to Heath. 2-1 on Mike. I beg your pardon, on Stanley. Heath at first base after a base hit. Three to nothing. The A's lead here in the bottom of the fifth. Little toss to first again. Outfield straight up on Stanley and not very deep. Here's the set. Now they throw to first. Leach was coming off the bag. Jackie Moore, the first base coach, out to have a word with the runner Heath. Jackie Brown, I should say. There goes the runner. It's fouled back into the stands. I was right the first time, Jackie Moore. One time, Tiger. So it's a count of 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stanley swinging away on that 2-1 delivery. Whereas they sent Heath. Let's see what happens here. Stretch by Uger. The runner goes. The pitch is popped in the air. Foul off first base. Leach chasing, still racing after it. He makes a fine catch and then turns around to take a look to see what happened to Heath, and he got back to the bag at first. Good over-the-shoulder catch by Leach. Well off first base in foul ground. Well, that brings up Rickey Henderson. Henderson with 2 steals today in the first inning is 116th and 117th. Needs 1 to tie Lou Brock's record. Uger retired him on a foul fly to right his last time up. Heath is at first base with 1 out. Uger, working from the stretch, goes to first, driving Heath back. Now Henderson swinging the bat, starts to get into that lean back crouch of his. Here's the set, the pitch to him. Swung on, a fly ball to center field. Should be caught. Wilson, with the glasses down, looking up into that tough sky, makes the catch. And Henderson is retired this time around as Heath is still at first base. 2 out. The batter now, Wayne Gross, who has walked and flied to center. The A's got all 3 runs in the first inning. Uger walked Henderson, who stole second. Walked Gross. And they pulled a double steal, 2 steals for Henderson. He scored on a wild pitch by Uger, who walked Murphy, who stole second. A bounce out and sacrifice fly, getting in a couple of runs, in addition to the wild pitch scoring 1. Here's the stretch by Uger. And the pitch to Gross, it's a pitch out, but no movement at first by Heath. In the second inning, Heath walked and stole second. Fahey cut down Murphy, attempting to steal in the third inning. Jerry delivers. Check swing. It's a called strike on Wayne Gross. Now, Wayne was involved in the little melee the Angels and A's had a week or so ago. Uger checking the runner. The pitch to Gross. Swung on. There's a high fly ball to right field, not deep. Jones over toward the line. Makes the catch. That's all for the A's. No runs, a hit and a man left. After 5 innings, A's 3, Tigers nothing.
Louis, St. Louis.
Right now, an attractive offer from Motorcraft. With qualifying purchases of Motorcraft spark plugs, oil filters, air filters, or oil, you can get a handsome Ford belt buckle or key ring free now through August 31st. See your participating Motorcraft retailer for details. Motorcraft automotive products from Ford for the future of your car, for sure.
In Taylor, see Taylor Automotive Supply on Goddard Road, and in Woodhaven, go to Woodhaven Auto Supply on Allen Road.
Delicious meats and cheeses, salads and breads are yours with the Honey Baked Party Tray. It lets you join in the summertime festivities. The Honey Baked Ham Company in Detroit, Roseville, Troy, and in Grand Rapids.
Tigers coming to bat here in the 6th inning, and Oakland trailing 3-0. Keogh has managed to work out of some difficulties in 4 of the 5 innings so far today. Set down the Tigers in order only in the 1st inning. Here's Mike Ivy, who has singled and hit a pop fly to right. A windup by Keogh. The pitch to the Tigers DH is in the dirt. Skips past Heath. Ivy hitting .232. A pitch to him. Half swing. Did he go? The appeal said no. Rocky Rowe handling the right side of the infield now. Larry Barnett taking the rest of the day off. Durwood Merrill is over on the left, and Mike Riley behind the plate. First time we've had a chance to see Rocky this season. Jumped around from one team to another. High fly ball left to center field. Murphy is right there. Waits. He's got it. And there's one out. Well, it's going to be an important month in the life of Rickey Henderson, certainly, the month of August. I don't think you can say anybody ever had a month like one Tiger did. Rudy York still holds the record for the most home runs in a single month. He hit 18 in the month of August in his rookie season back in 1937. What a month for Rudy. Cabell ducks out of the way of a fastball. In that month of August 1937, York did not even get into the starting lineup until the 4th day of the month and hit 18 home runs. Drove in 49 runs in 30 games in that month. Cabell swings and pops a foul off first base. Meyer chasing down toward the bullpen, still racing. He can't catch up to it. Looking at York's record for the month of August in 1937, 49 RBIs. He hit .360, scored 27 times. He had 4 doubles and 2 triples. Slugging average for the month, .895. One out, nobody on the Tigers 6. Cabell swings a bouncer to Gross at third. He made a good leap, came down with it, throws to first. Cabell is retired. And brings up Rick Leach. Leach has struck out and walked. Tigers with 5 hits by 5 different batters. Whitaker has a double, Wilson a single, Herndon a single, Ivy a single, and Jones a single. Keogh kicks and fires, and it's on the corner. Strike one called on Leach. The motion. Keogh delivers. There's a fly ball to left field down the line. Long run for Henderson. He's getting there near the line. Makes the catch. And the Tigers are out in order in the 6th inning after 5.5. Still, Oakland 3, Detroit nothing.
Nobody trucks like we do. We go out of our way. Nobody trucks like we do. Come truck with Chevrolet. Nobody trucks like we do.
For 1982, Chevrolet has been selling more new trucks than anyone. And it's no wonder when you have a truck like the new size Chevy S10. There's never been a truck like it before.
Nobody trucks like we do. Come truck with Chevrolet.
Now, during the Chevy Truck Sales Drive, special incentives to dealers make possible savings of hundreds of dollars on new S10 and Chevy Love pickups, plus full-size C and K 10 and 20 pickups. You must take retail delivery by September 22nd. Check the savings now during the Chevy Truck Sales Drive, and you will see why.
Nobody trucks like we do. We go out of our way. Nobody trucks like we do. Come truck with Chevrolet. Nobody trucks like we do.
Now True Value hardware stores are offering a convenient and efficient alternative to the messy job of handling and disposing of food scraps, coffee grounds, and other kitchen wastes. Hi, Pat Summerall to say their 1/2 horsepower True Value waste disposer is a quiet-running, continuous feed model that features stainless steel blades and grind chamber for long, dependable service. And this efficient, convenient kitchen helper, the 1/2 horsepower True Value waste disposer, is available exclusively at participating True Value hardware stores and home centers.
Dwayne Murphy will lead off for the A's here in the 6th inning. He's walked twice in this game. 3-0. The A's lead. They have only one hit, a leadoff single in the 5th inning by Mike Heath. A's scoring their 3 runs in the 1st inning as Jerry Uger walked the first 3 men. Rickey Henderson stole 2 bases. Wayne Gross 1. Dwayne Murphy 1. A wild pitch scored a run. There's a called strike on Murphy. Armas's ground ball got in the 2nd run of the inning, and Danny Meyer hit a sacrifice fly for the 3rd. Sosa and James throwing in the bullpen. Swing and a miss for Murphy. 2 strikes on Dwayne. Uger looking in to get the sign from Fahey. He's ahead of the leadoff man Murphy with a 2-strike count. He kicks and fires, swung on and popped foul. That pitch was out of the strike zone. Cabell coming over, and he can't quite reach it. That ball had some backspin and stayed in play. It hit a couple of feet in front of the barrier down beyond the Oakland dugout. Two strikes on Dwayne Murphy. Now, ball got loose from the Tiger bullpen, where James and Sosa are loosening, and time is called. Murphy, Armas, and Meyer due up here in the 6th inning for the A's. Murphy takes it high. 1-2 on Dwayne. Now Jerry winds and pitches. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. Blew it by him. That's 5 strikeouts for Uger. There's Tony Armas. Tony 0 for 4 last night, and he's hitless in 2 trips in this game, although he sent Herndon back to the fence for a long drive in the 3rd inning. Uger has won 6 out of 7 decisions since the 7th of July. Got a win in his last one Friday night in Anaheim. The end of the motion, they pitch to Armas, and the fastball is high for ball 1. The A's are noted for lengthy games out here. They've had 35 games of 3 hours or more this year. Strike called on Armas. They've been noted for taking a lot of pitches. And, of course, with Henderson, that base-stealing threat, the opposing pitchers are constantly throwing to the bases. Low to Armas. It's a 2-1 count now on the right fielder of the A's. Here's the full windup. 2-1 pitch. Armas fouls it back into the stands behind the plate. Well, it was good to see Wayne Walker, the former Lions linebacker, now television star in the Bay Area, watching here last evening. Former WJBK radio star Barney Lee in attendance today. Now the pitch from Uger. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. I think Fahey thought that was out number 3. He was going to take that one to the dugout. So 2 straight strikeouts here in the 6th inning. 6 overall for Uger. And the batter will be Danny Meyer, who has the sacrifice fly and the strikeout. The windup, the pitch by Uger. Swung on. There's a fly ball to center field. Wilson going back, still going back. He reaches, makes the catch. Misjudged it a little bit, but made up for it. Got to it at the edge of the warning track. Well, the A's are out at 1-2-3 after 6 innings. Still, Oakland 3, Detroit nothing.
First thing in the morning, right there on your doorstep, Free Press has the latest news to start up your day.
First thing in the morning, news, sports, and features. Funny things to make you smile and help you on your way.
Free Press, first when you need it most.
And now, the Free Press is first with columnist Carol T. She's moved to the Free Press to take you behind the scenes with Detroit's most interesting people, their foibles and frustrations. Who's in, who's out, what's hot, what's not. It's gossip that glitters with Carol T. Read Carol T. Monday through Friday on the back page of the Free Press and on Sundays in Detroit Magazine.
Free Press, first when you need it most. Free Press.
For home delivery, phone 222-6500. The Free Press, first when you need it most.
Did you know the Steel chainsaw is the largest selling chainsaw in the world? That's because it's the best you can buy, and because there's a Steel dealer who stands behind every chainsaw sold. So for a chainsaw or weed trimmer, see your Steel dealer. He's in the yellow pages under saw.
If that's the largest selling, hardest working cutting machine, then that can only mean
That's right. It's a chainsaw from Steel.
nothing works as hard as a Steel.
It's Farmer Jack savings time. Time to save on grade A backs on frying chicken legs. Just 44 cents a pound at Farmer Jack.
Leading off from Detroit, right fielder.
Now, Matt Keogh with 9 complete games so far this season for the A's has been able to hold off the Tigers through the first 6 innings. While he got a 3-run lead in the first, it's still a 3-0 Oakland lead. As we move to the 7th inning and back for the play-by-play, here's Ernie Harwell.
Thanks, Paul Hoggett, everybody. The right-hander Keogh pitching to Lynn Jones, and Lynn takes a strike called. The 7th inning getting started. Now, the Tigers have 5 hits. They've had a hit in every inning except the first one in the 6th inning. In too close, he almost hit him 1-1 to count on Jones. And they had one big threat. They loaded the bases in the 4th with 2 out, and Fahey retired to hit a 3-2 pitch to left field. Otherwise, he's had it pretty much under control. Matt Keogh working with a 3-0 lead. Jones hits a line drive to left, the base hit, fielded by the left fielder Henderson, and for the 2nd straight game, Jones has 2 for 2 against this Oakland pitching. He's the only Tiger with 2 hits today. The others belong 1 apiece to Whitaker, Wilson, Herndon, and Ivy. They are the first 4 in the Tiger batting order. Here comes Fahey to the plate. He has gone 0 for 2. He's fouled to first and fly to left. He'll be followed by Trammell. The infield is halfway up. They've got Meyer not holding on the bag with Jones at first base. 3-0 Oakland leads. Tigers batting in the 7th inning. There's a ball low. It bounces out in front almost to the mound. Picked up by the pitcher, Keogh. He fires to second, not in time to Stanley. And they almost got Jones.
Unusual.
But he gets to second.
That was a weird one. Ball hit in front of Heath and hit his shin guard or something. It popped out near the mound. Keogh, the former infielder, made a good throw and almost got him at second.
Ball on the count on Bill Fahey. Outfield is straight up, bunching toward the middle on Bill. Jones coming down the line from second base. 3-0 Oakland leading, 7th inning. They got all 3 of their runs off Uja in the opening inning. 3 men walked and all 3 scored. Here's the pitch. It is a strike call. Also in that inning, in case you missed it, Rickey Henderson picked up 2 more stolen bases and now needs only 1 to tie the record of Lou Brock. Here's the set, and the 1-1 pitch is very wide to Fahey. 2 balls and a strike. And Heath wants a conference with his pitcher. Mark Trethewey from Sunnyvale, California, longtime Tiger fan who used to live in the Detroit area, out here to see his heroes in action. So far, they've not been able to get a run in. They have left 6 runners on the bases, 3 of them in 1 inning. Conference is over, ready for action again. It is a 2-1 pitch to Fahey. He takes a wide fastball, low and away, 3-1 the count on Bill. Keogh, rather quick worker, comes back, and this one is hit foul out of play in the seats, third base side. Gentleman from San Mateo caught that one on the first hop. Full count on Fahey. Man on second, Jones. He led up with a single, took second on the wild pitch. Here's the pitch. Fahey swings. There's a fly ball to the right. Armas is there, gloves it. Jones tags, heads to third. Is the throw by Armas to the Gross. Not in time. It bounds away from Gross. Jones starts to home and then checks back. As the pitcher, Keogh, did a good backup job at third base. They're throwing the ball to second, claiming that Jones left too early. Lopes takes the throw, but the umpire says, nope, he did not go. Rocky Rowe came down to make the call. So the Tigers have 1 out, a man at third, and the batter will be Trammell. Allen is bounced to short and applied to right field so far. 3-0. Oakland has the 3. Tigers are trying to get back in this one in the 7th inning. Outfield to left on Trammell. Jones off the bag at third. Let's see how Keogh will work, whether he'll go to the windup. Yep, he will not work to a set position. He'll wind and pitch. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. It is a ball in too close on Trammell. Right-hander ready, pitches again, and Trammell. It's a little foul in the dirt back of the plate. Let's pause now for station identification. This is the Detroit Tiger Baseball Network.
You're listening to the Detroit Tigers flagship station, the 50,000-watt voice of the Great Lakes. This is AM 76 WJR Detroit.
Trammell swings, line drive, center field. Catch by Murphy, a great one as he charged the ball and fires to the plate to hold Jones at third. That one looked like a hit. Murphy charged from center field, caught the ball on the run about knee-high, came up throwing and fired a one-hopper into Heath, the catcher. Jones could do nothing but stay at third. Good play by Murphy. A magnificent center fielder. Oh, that's 2 down. The Tigers still have a man at third. 9 outfield putouts now by Oakland. They've had 2 in each of the last 4 innings. Here's Lou Whitaker. He has struck out, doubled, and hit a foul fly to Henderson, the left fielder. Jones is still at third. He's the second man to get that far in the game for the Tigers. Keogh delivers. Here's a bounding ball to Lopes. Gloves it for the first. The inning's over. The Tigers threaten, don't score. No runs and a hit, and the man left. We go to the last half of the 7th. Oakland 3, Detroit nothing.
What is a marathoner? A marathoner is someone who wants better gasoline mileage, a smoother running, cleaner engine, and lower maintenance bills. And that's what they get every time they buy gasoline at a Marathon service station. You see, Marathon does something special.
We inject a top-quality fuel additive into our gasoline at each delivery. That means that every Marathon customer gets exactly the right amount of the correct additive to give them better mileage, less engine wear, and lower maintenance costs. That's why they keep on coming back. It pays to be a Marathoner. Try us just once, and perhaps you'll keep on coming back. Be a winner. Be a Marathoner. Marathon. Best in the long run.
Elsie the Cow, the Borden Company's friendly representative, invites you to say yes to Michigan and its great state fair this year. And to spur you on, Elsie has put a free ride coupon on your Borden homogenized low-fat and 2% fat milk cartons. Just clip this coupon and take it to the fair with you. In fact, take as many as you like and enjoy a free ride on Elsie and Borden. By the way, Jimmy Lance will be broadcasting daily from the fair between 10 a.m. and noon. Drop by and say hello. So come to the fair with your Borden coupon August 27th through September 6th. Who says there's no such thing as a free ride?
Oakland leading the Tigers 3-0. The A's are coming to bat now in the 7th inning. Huger has pitched a strong game. He had a lot of problems in the opening inning. He walked the first 3 men and all 3 scored. Since then, he's given up a couple of walks, but he's allowed only 1 single throughout the whole game. And he has now struck out 6. He struck out the side in the 4th inning and struck out 2 in the 6th inning. His first strikeout had come in the 2nd inning. Well, now Davy Lopes, the veteran infielder, will be the first man to face him in the 7th. One other game this afternoon in the Major Leagues. In the National League, the Cubs beat San Francisco Giants. That's 2 straight for them over the Giants. They won it this afternoon at Wrigley Field 8-4. Here's Lopes, and the right-hand batter swings. It's a long fly to left. Herndon going back to the fence. He'll have room. He makes the catch about 4 feet in front of the fence. 1 pitch and 1 down in the Oakland 7th inning. Mitchell Page will be the next man to bat. Left-hand batter with a fly to right field and a strikeout. That's his record so far. 3 runs, 1 hit for Oakland. They've made no errors. The Tigers have no runs and 6 hits. There's a foul that'll reach the seats on the third base side. Mike Heath waiting on deck. Page stands deep in the batter's box, bent at the knees. Here's the motion by Jerry Huger. He pitches. It is a fastball outside. 1-1 the count on him. There's a drive to left center. It'll be in for a hit. The second hit off Huger. Page is on with a single. It'll bring up Heath, who had the first hit. He's also had a walk. Heath likes the pitch inside. Basically a high fastball hitter. Tigers try to pitch him low and away. Majority of the major league hitters are fastball hitters and high ball hitters. If you find a batter in the majors that likes the low pitch, he is usually a left-hand batter. That's not absolute, but it's sort of a general rule. Here's the set now by Huger. The right-hander delivers, and the pitch is in too close, ball 1. Pashnick and Underwood, one of each, throwing in the Detroit bullpen. Infield and double play depth against Heath. 3-0 Oakland leads. Tigers trying to get back in this one, but Oakland batting now in the last half of the 7th. The pitch is swung on, hit the Cabell. Throw to Whitaker, 1. Relay to Leach. It's 2 for the price of 1 for the Tigers on the side out. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left. And at the end of 7, it is Oakland 3, Tigers nothing.
Does the word thatch mean anything to you? No, it's not how a baby chick gets born. Actually, thatch is an accumulation of undecomposed grass parts and other debris that can choke a lawn to death. What it does is keep the rain, air, and fertilizer from getting down to the root system of your grass. Now, we wouldn't bring up this nasty problem if your local snapper dealer didn't have a pleasant way to remove thatch. A lot more pleasant than messing up your lawn with a power rake or messing up your back with a hand rake. The solution is the Snapper High-Vac lawn machine with the economical thatcherizer attachment. The thatcherizer simply plucks the harmful thatch from your lawn, and the mower vacuums it into the grass catcher for easy disposal. So if you want a beautiful, revitalized lawn, get a Snapper High-Vac lawn machine with the economical thatcherizer from your local Snapper dealer. Snapper. Discover the difference.
What's the big deal? Well, behind every Bonanza dinner, there's a great big deal. The delicious Fresh Statics food bar. It's more than just another salad bar. It's heaped with over 40 fresh vegetables and fruits, just baked breads and lots of tempting desserts. It's the salad that comes with your dinner at Bonanza. Grab a platter and have as many refills as you like. Or make a meal of their Fresh Statics. All you want for one little price. What's the big deal? The Fresh Statics food bar at Bonanza.
Tigers coming about in the 8th inning. Keogh and Uger still dueling away. Keogh tuning up now for the Tiger 8. Steve and Marianne Kaufman of Cincinnati, Michigan, out to see the Tigers in action, and also Dennis and Ann Mayer, who hail from Muskegon and Detroit and East Lansing. Glenn Wilson will lead it off. He has kept his hitting streak alive with 1 for 3 this afternoon. A single, his third time at bat. Prior to that, he had lined at third and struck out. Now faces the right-hander. Wilson, Herndon, and Ivy to try to get it going. The Tigers need 3 to tie here in the 8th inning. Strange totals right now. No runs and 6 hits and no errors for Detroit. 3 runs and 2 hits for Oakland and no errors. There's a curve in too close. He spins out of the way. Ball 1, the count on young Mr. Wilson. Batting .326. He hits a foul down the first base side. Coming over is Heath, and the catcher makes the catch.
In 19 of his last 20 games. Here's Lance Perry. Lance had 3 hits last night. Parrish has been really jumping up into the leaderboard in slugging percentage. He ranks 3rd in the league now. Tigers have their leadoff man on for the first time of the game. The pitch to Parrish, swung on.
Only 1. He has struck out 4. Tigers have been done a good bit of first ball hitting against him. There's a high fly to right, should be caught. Harmless to his glove side. He makes the catch. Todd had to play it side saddle because of that bright sun. No clouds up there to act as background with the fly ball. 2 down, nobody on in the Tiger 8. Here comes Ivy. He picked up the first Tiger hit with a single in the second, then flied out the next 2 times. Right-hander standing deep. The outfield pulled around the left on Mike. 3-0 Oakland leads in the 8th inning. And he swings as a slow roller hit to the glove side of the shortstop Stanley. Guns it over to first, and the Tigers are out 1-2-3 in the 8th inning. Oakland comes to bat in their 8th. They lead Detroit 3-0.
In times like these, while you're busy learning about deposit options, short-term investments, and variable interest rates, you may be ignoring the one banking service you use most, your checking account. For example, do you still pay a service charge for each check you write? You could avoid it with a Bank of Commerce Extra Special Checking Account. Would you like overdraft protection? You could get it with Checkmate. Or how about earning interest on checking? You could do it with our Now account. These 3 checking options are part of a service we call One for All, available only at Bank of Commerce. Of course, other banks may offer one or more of these options, but many of those big downtown banks do not offer minimum balance requirements as low as ours. Take a fresh look at the banking service you use most, your checking account. If your bank doesn't offer you what we do, you need a better bank, a strong bank. In times like these, you need Bank of Commerce. Member FDIC, Hamtramck, Warren, Centerline, Avon, and Shelby Townships.
The Bank of Commerce invites you to attend the Hamtramck Festival September 3rd through September 6th.
Meet the enemy of your engine. Abrasive dirt in the oil. Motorcraft oil filters fight the enemy. Motorcraft FL1A oil filters trap more dirt than any other leading filter. Motorcraft oil filters from Ford for the future of your car, for sure.
In Dearborn, visit Nasser's Home Supply on Ford Road, and in Ypsilanti, go to Huron Auto Parts on South Huron Street.
Huger on the mound, ready to face Fred Stanley, who'll lead off the Oakland 8th inning. Fred has gone 0 for 2. Then Rickey Henderson and Wayne Gross will follow. Billy Martin has his bullpen busy. The left-hander Tom Underwood and the right-hander Brian Kingman throwing down there. 3 runs in the opening inning for Oakland. They scored on 3 walks. All 3 men who drew a base on balls came in to score. And that's the story of the game. The pitch to Stanley is a ball low. Henderson picked up 2 steals in that first inning. Now has 117, 1 short of the all-time mark. Huger ready to go to work. The pitch to Stanley is a wide one. Ball 2-0 on Fred. 17,098 paying to see this one. 17,098. That's the paid admission at the Coliseum this afternoon. Bright and sunny. Here's a wide one. Ball 3 to Stanley. Well, the crowd doesn't like this. They know that Henderson's coming up next. They don't want any impediment on the bases in front of him. Here's the windup by Huger, and Stanley takes the ball. Oh, he walked him. That is the 6th walk of Huger. 3 of them came in the first inning.
You think Billy Martin might pinch hit for Rickey Henderson here? You think Billy Martin might pinch hit for Rickey Henderson?
That would be quite a move, wouldn't it? They'd probably just take Billy and throw him in the bay if he did that. Here's Rickey at the plate now. He has a walk, a foul out the right, fly to center field. He has stolen 2 bases. Fred Stanley at first base, Henderson waiting at the plate. And the pitch is a ball in too close off the mid of Fahey. Fahey goes out to talk with Huger. Throughout most of baseball history, the base on balls has not counted as a time at bat. The batter was first exempted from the time at bat on a walk in 1877, right after the National League got started. And then 10 years later, in 1887, a base on ball counted as a hit. And there was a record number of 400 hitters that year, as you might imagine. Henderson has over 100 walks already. Here's the pitch. There goes Stanley. There's a line drive to left field. Base hit. Henderson fields it on 1 out. Stanley stops at second. 2 in on. Nobody down. A hit and run single. And Henderson punches one to left. Now Gross will be the batter. Nothing Oakland. They're batting in the 8th inning. They've got runners at first and second and nobody down. This crowd getting a little more excited. Infield about halfway up. Gross stepping into the batter's box. He's walked and flat out twice. One of the 3 who scored a run in the opening inning. 3-0 Oakland in the 8th. So a walk walk and a single, setting up this scoring chance for the A's. Outfield is deep and straight away on Gross. Huger has slowed his pitching pace at the mound. He sets his throw to second. They've got Stanley in a pickoff. Henderson not going anywhere. And now Cabell sort of runs him back, and Whitaker makes the tag. So they pick Stanley off, and that opens up the gates for Rickey Henderson. One to 6 to 5 to 4. So Henderson now has a chance to tie the record here in the 8th inning. Oakland batting with a man on. That's Henderson at first base. One man down. Wayne Gross at the plate. The outfield is straight up. Here comes Roger Craig out. He wants the conference. Billy Martin has come out of his dugout and has motioned over to his first base coach, Jackie Moore, to come in and talk with him.
There's a slight aroma emanating from the diamond, Ernie, on that last play. Stanley did very little jockeying. Henderson made no attempt to advance, but it did clear the path down there ahead of him.
And another thing, Cabell didn't look like he was too anxious to throw that ball and
make the put up.
Stanley off.
That's right.
So it was going on both sides, but they set up what they wanted, I guess, the A's did, in this 8th inning situation. Well, all the conferring has been concluded, and we are ready for action on the diamond. Henderson is at first base. He needs one stolen base to tie the record of Blue Rock. Gross is at bat, and Huger ready to pitch to him. Rickey has a lead. Here's the set. He draws a throw. He's back safely. Wayne Gross digging in. Rickey Henderson draws another throw. This is a low one and a good pickup by Leach. He almost threw that one away. So all the eyes are focused on Rickey Henderson. 3-0. The Oakland A's lead the Tigers in the 8th inning. One man out. Henderson trying to get a longer lead at first base. Edges toward second, another foot. Here's the set. Huger holds it. There's another throw to first. He's back safely. Wayne Gross steps out of the batter's box. Outfield is straight up on Gross and deep. Henderson edging off again, a longer lead for Rickey. Here's the set by the right-hander, Huger. There he goes, a pitch out. Here's a throw. He slides. He is out at second base. Fahey cut him down, and Rickey Henderson disagreeing with the call by the umpire, Derwood Merrill, but he is out. He did not tie the record on that one.
A satisfying play of the game right there.
Rickey walking off second, still disputing the call with Derwood Merrill, is umpiring now back at third. Here comes Billy Martin out. He wants to put up a protest. And the crowd urging Billy on in his forensics. He's going at it pretty hot and heavy. Billy's putting on a show for the gang now. Their man Henderson has been cut down. He did not tie the record here this afternoon, at least not for now. Martin has a few more words to say to the Texan, Derwood Merrill, and now walks away back to his dugout.
Yeah, that's the new record. He's been caught 39 times now, Ernie.
So he was trying to tie Lou Brock, and he beat Ty Cobb. Two out in the 8th inning, and the wind-up by Huger. Gross takes, and it is a ball low. So the little cameo performance is over for the moment. And we go back to the big action of the ball game. The windup by Uja. The pitch is a ball outside. 3-0 the count on Gross. Two down, nobody on. Here's the motion by Uja. And Gross takes the strike. Jerry ready again, winds and deals. Gross takes. It is low. He walked him. That's the second walk of this inning. Number 7 of the game off Uja. And Murphy will be the next man to bat for the Oakland. Leach holding on the bag with Wayne Gross. Here's the set by Jerry. Murphy hits a fly ball to the right. It's fairly deep. Jones goes back and makes it over the shoulder catch to retire the side. No runs, one hit, a couple of walks, no errors. One man left. We go to the 9th inning. Oakland 3, Detroit nothing.
You want something better, healthy food is on your mind. Wendy's does it better. That's why you're Wendy's kind of people. You find our salad bar deliciously complete. 12 garden fresh ingredients, yeah, all you can eat. That's why you're Wendy's kind of people. You want something better, you're Wendy's kind of people.
I go to Wendy's for their wonderful salad bar. 12 garden fresh ingredients, 6 delicious dressings. I simply couldn't go to one of those other famous hamburger places for a salad. They don't have a salad bar.
That's why you're Wendy's kind of people. You want something better.
For a limited time, Wendy's kind of people can enjoy their garden fresh all-you-can-eat salad bar and refreshing iced tea for only $1.99.
For all your high-altitude indoor and outdoor projects, True Value Hardware stores are offering dependable Werner aluminum ladders with up-to-date features and down-to-earth prices. Hi, Pat Summerall to tell you their ruggedly built extension ladders have traction tread steps, double-rung locks, and slip-resistant shoes. And their sturdy step ladders have bracing on both top and bottom steps. Werner ladders are designed for safety and stability, and you'll find a wide selection, all value priced, at participating True Value Hardware stores and home centers.
Summertime picnics are twice the fun when the baskets are packed with the spiral-sliced honey-baked ham. Visit the Honey Baked Ham Company in Livonia, Dearborn Heights, Taylor, and in Grand Rapids.
More excitement at the Coliseum while we're away there. Murphy, the outfielder, said something to Durwood Merrill. Was tossed out of the ball game. And then Billy Martin got the same treatment. Billy has been tossed out. Now the various members of the A's from their dugout throwing objects out toward Merrill, who's at third base, and he's coming into the dugout to see what he can do. So it's not over yet. Boyer, the coach, has come up the dugout steps. He's trying to calm him down a little bit. And here comes Durwood Merrill in talking with Boyer. Rocky Rowe, one of the other umpires, coming in, and the third umpire, Riley, comes in. Murphy was given the thumb. He's not left the area yet. Now he is going into the... They don't have a tunnel here. They have an exit that is on the surface, and you can see him come into that exit way and head for the tunnel and then the clubhouse. Now, most of the A's have gone back to their fielding position. All this stemming from the caught stealing of Henderson in the last inning. We're going to have some changes in the outfield.
Merrill has ejected both Murphy and Martin.
McKay is going to play second base, and Lopes is going to play center field, I think.
Yeah, that's right. Lopes is in center. Henderson stays in left. Armas in right. and McKay takes Lope's place at second base. Murphy was the first one. Apparently, when he went out towards center field, he said something to Durwood Merrill as he passed him, and it offended Mr. Merrill, and he gave Murphy the thumb, and then Billy Martin came out, and he was really angry. He began to jump up, take his cap off, and go through all kinds of gestures, and Merrill gave it to Billy, too, and he has left the premises. Let's pause right now for station identification. This is the Detroit Tiger Baseball Network.
This is the 50,000-watt voice of the Great Lakes and the flagship station for the Detroit Tigers. You're listening to AM 76 WJR Detroit.
Some of the A's are still up on the top dugout step yelling out to Durwood Merrill. Kingman is throwing in the bullpen as we get ready for the ninth inning. Oakland with 3 runs in the opening inning on 3 walks, those stolen bases, 2 of them by Henderson, has a 3-0 lead trying to even the series. And Cabell will lead it off against Keogh, who so far has blanked the Tigers. Enos waiting on the first pitch, and here it comes. He takes it for a strike. He has popped to second, struck out, and bounced to third. 0 for 3 for the Tiger third baseman today. There's a slow pitch in too close. 1-1 on Cabell. After Cabell, it'll be Leach and then Jones. Keogh coming right back. Fires. There's a bounding ball to third. Gross has an easy chance. Throw to Meyer. He got him. 1 away. And the last 6 and 7 have gone down in a row against the slants of Keogh since the single by Jones that started the 7th inning. Here's Leach. He struck out, walked, and flied to left. There's a strike call, the breaking ball over. Outfield slightly to right on Rick. And the infield is back except for Gross at third. And the left-handed batter takes one in the dirt. The count even 1-1. 3-0 Oakland. Uja has allowed only 3 hits, but Oakland got 3 runs without a hit in the first inning. Leach takes, and it is ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Keogh into action, delivers. Leach swings. There's a fly ball that should be caught. It's into center field. Lopes is there fighting the sun. Makes the catch for the out. And there are 2 down in the Tiger ninth. Lynn Jones hit into fourth and then singled the next 2 trips. 2 for 3. Now you can hear some of the Oakland fans getting on Mr. Durwood Merrill, the third base umpire. Here's the pitch to Lynn. It is a strike, a hard slider on the outside corner. Oakland 3, Tigers nothing. 2 down in the Tiger ninth inning. Keogh deals. There's a fly ball to left. It should end the game. Henderson is under it. Waiting. He gloves it, and the game is over. Tigers go 1-2-3 in the ninth inning. The final score, Oakland 3, Detroit nothing.
Some people say that all gasolines are created equal. But when you buy gasoline at a Marathon service station, you may be in for a surprise. You see, we have a special kind of fuel treatment that makes a whole lot of difference. Every time we deliver Marathon gasoline, we inject a top-quality fuel additive. This additive gives Marathon customers better fuel economy, a smoother-running engine, less engine wear, and lower repair bills, whether you fill her up or just buy a few gallons. Pay a visit to your Marathon service station, and you'll soon discover that although gasolines may seem to have been created equal, some are more equal than others. Be a winner. Be a marathoner. Marathon. Best in the long run.
You
You may have thought of your friendly neighborhood Bonanza restaurant as just a great place for steak. Well, we're certainly not going to argue with you about that. They're proud of their sirloins and their T-bones and their ribeyes and their chopped steaks. But they also want you to know that Bonanza is a great place for shrimp and chicken and fish and barbecued ribs and great meals for the kids. And our Fantastics food bar that puts ordinary salad bars to shame. So don't think of Bonanza as just a place for great steaks. Think of Bonanza as a great place to get a great meal.
Now the A's wind up splitting with the Tigers in this short 2-game series by winning the second game here this afternoon 3-0 on a 6-hit shutout by Matt Keogh. Keogh racking up his 11th win of the year against 16 losses. But Jerry Uger allowed only 3 hits in the ball game. But his own wildness in the first inning was his undoing. The A's scoring all 3 runs in the first without benefit of a hit. And that proved to be enough as they won it 3-0. 3 runs, 3 hits for Oakland, no errors. They left 3 men on base. The Tigers had no runs, 6 hits, no errors, and the Tigers left 7 men on base. Uger, going the distance, suffers his 7th loss. He's won 7. Jerry struck out 6, walked 7, including 3 walks in the first inning, and uncorked 1 wild pitch in the first. Keogh went the distance for the 10th time this season and struck out 4, walking 1. The game took 2 hours, 24 minutes before 17,098 here at the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum. The big story, Rickey Henderson and his pursuit for the all-time base-stealing record set by Lou Brock. He needed 3 coming into the ball game. He got 2 in the first inning and then was cut down in the 8th inning. Call that precipitated a continuing argument resulting in the ejection of Henderson's outfield teammate, Dwayne Murphy, and manager Billy Martin as the Tigers came to bat in the 9th inning. I'll be back to recap the scoring and how it went here at Oakland in just a moment.
If you want a clean-up buy on a new Chevrolet, now's the time during Chevy's gigantic factory-authorized year-end clearance. Special factory incentives make it possible for your Chevy dealer to save you hundreds of dollars now on many popular Chevrolets. Save hundreds of dollars now on Chevy Chevettes, including Chevette Scooter, already one of the lowest-priced 4-door hatchbacks sold in America. Save hundreds on the versatile Chevy Citation. Citation's been the best-selling front-wheel drive car in America over the past 3 years combined, based on manufacturers' retail deliveries. Save hundreds of dollars on Chevy Celebrity, one of America's roomiest front-wheel drives. Save hundreds of dollars on Chevy Cavalier, utilizing advanced technology in a sedan, coupe, hatchback, and wagon. Savings apply only to retail sales on new 1982 models delivered by August 31st. So hurry. See your Chevy dealer now during Chevy's gigantic factory-authorized year-end clearance. If you're a sports fan and you don't have the WJR listening habits weekday evenings, you could be missing some of the best radio around. WJR Sports Director Frank Beckman chairs Sports Wrap each evening from 8 to 11, a sports talk show that takes you behind the scores and commentary and puts you in touch with some of the biggest names in sports. So if you want to tune in on sports, tune in to WJR Sports Wrap weeknights from 8 to 11 and following Tiger baseball right here on WJR Detroit.
People who know quality know the honey-baked ham. A ham so good it'll haunt you till it's gone. Honey-baked ham in Livonia, Dearborn Heights, Taylor, and in Grand Rapids.
Well, the story of this game really was written in the first inning, although there were some later episodes, but they did not really have anything to do with the eventual outcome of the contest. In the very first inning, Rickey Henderson, the leadoff man for Oakland, came into the game with 115 stolen bases. He wanted to at least tie, if not surpass, Lou Brock's record of 118 stolen bases while the club was still at home, because after this game today, Oakland goes on the road. Well, Henderson drew a walk from Jerry Uger to lead off the first inning. Uger just trying to work that outside part of the plate, didn't find it. Now, Henderson gets on first base. Now, Bill Fahey started behind the plate for the Tigers today because just prior to game time, Lance Parrish got the call from Detroit that his wife, Arlene, was in labor and expected to produce their second child shortly. So Lance got out of his uniform, into street clothes, and went to the airport to head back to Detroit. So Bill Fahey was called upon to help keep Henderson honest on the bases, and it was up to Jerry Uger to help out too, but Jerry wound up walking Henderson right off the bat. Well, Henderson, on the very first pitch to Wayne Gross, took off and stole second base, number 116. Then Wayne Gross had a walk finished off to him. Now, that put runners at first and second. And then they pulled the double steal. Henderson moving to third, Gross to second, so it was Henderson's 117th stolen base. With Dwayne Murphy at the plate, Uger, still wild, unable to get the ball in the strike zone, threw a wild pitch, and that permitted Henderson to score the game's first run. Gross move over to third on the wild pitch. Well, he finished off a walk to Murphy, 3 straight walks. And then Murphy stole second base, so that was the 4th steal of the inning. And Tony Armas hit a grounder to Trammell. He had only 1 play at first base as Gross came in to score the second run. Murphy moving to third. And Danny Meyer came up, hit a sacrifice fly to center to score Murphy with the 3rd run of the inning. 3 runs in, no hits. Well, the A's wound up getting a single in the 5th inning from Mike Heath, a single in the 7th from Mitchell Page, and a single in the 8th from Henderson. And that was the other episode. With 1 out, with nobody out, Fred Stanley led off with a walk. Henderson singled him to second base. Then Stanley got picked off second base. That cleared the path for Henderson to try to tie the record of Lou Brock. Well, he took off after several throws to first by Jerry Uger. And on a pitch out, Fahey gunned him down. A very close play at second base, and the A's argued. Henderson didn't believe he was out. Neither did Billy Martin, who came out for a little show then, came back into the dugout. Then, as the Tigers came to bat in the 9th inning, Dwayne Murphy said something to Derwit Merrill, who made the call at second base, on his way to center field. And he was ejected from the ball game. Well, Martin came out, and he got the ejection as well. Things quieted down, and the Tigers went out 1-2-3 in the top of the 9th inning, and the A's had won the ball game 3-0. So Rickey Henderson is still 1 short of tying the record, and he'll go on the road. The A's now headed for Minnesota, for Milwaukee. And it is expected that Henderson would break the record there this weekend, but not against the Tigers this time. Tigers are off tomorrow. They'll move up the coast to Seattle to open a 4-game series on Thursday night. So much for this game. I'll be back to check the scoreboard and schedule in just a moment after these messages.
Nobody trucks like we do. We go out of our way. Nobody trucks like we do. Come truck with Chevrolet. Nobody trucks like we do.
For 1982, Chevrolet has been selling more new trucks than anyone. And it's no wonder when you have a truck like the new size Chevy S10. There's never been a truck like it before.
Nobody trucks like we do. Come truck with Chevrolet.
Now, during the Chevy Truck Sales Drive, special incentives to dealers make possible savings of hundreds of dollars on new S10 and Chevy Love pickups, plus full-size C and K 10 and 20 pickups. You must take retail delivery by September 22nd. Check the savings now during the Chevy Truck Sales Drive, and you will see why.
Nobody trucks like we do. We go out of our way. Nobody trucks like we do. Come truck with Chevrolet. Nobody trucks like we do.
Once there was an oil company that had a big idea about a very good product. The name of the company was Marathon, and the name of the product was gasoline. The big idea was to give Marathon's customers something extra every time they visited a Marathon service station. The extra was the highest grade fuel additive available. They injected this long-distance additive during every delivery to a Marathon service station. This long-distance additive helped to give greater gasoline mileage, cleaner, smoother running engines, and lower maintenance costs. See, when Marathon thinks big, it thinks big for its customers, not for itself. That way, Marathon customers are happy customers. That's the big idea. Be a winner. Be a Marathoner. Marathon, best in the long run.
Pretty much an off day in terms of day ball in the major leagues. One game in the American National League this afternoon at Wrigley Field. The Chicago Cubs spotted the Giants a 3-0 lead, then rallied for 5 runs in the second inning. And the Cubs went on to beat San Francisco 8-4. 8 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Cubs. 4 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for the Giants. Fergie Jenkins started and survived a shaky start. He went long enough into the 8th inning before giving way to Bill Campbell, and Jenkins got his 9th win against 13 defeats. Campbell earning his 7th save. Rich Gale was the San Francisco starter, and the former Royal didn't last long. He was relieved in the second inning. Holland came on, then Brining took over in the 6th. Gale, the loser, 5 wins and 13 losses. Soulars homered in the first inning for San Francisco, his first of the year, and Bill Buckner hit a 3-run homer for the Cubs in their 5-run second inning, his 11th of the season. At 13,712 at Wrigley Field. Coming up tonight, San Diego plays at Pittsburgh. The Dodgers are at St. Louis. Philadelphia at Atlanta. Montreal is at Cincinnati. And the Mets play at Houston. The Atlanta Braves have regained first place. That is a share of it in the National League West by coming back after losing 19 out of 21 ball games. They have rebounded, winning 5 in a row now. I think 4 of them by 1 run. And they have come back into a tie for first place with the Los Angeles Dodgers, with San Diego now 3 games off the pace in 3rd place in the West. Now in the East, St. Louis currently holds a 3-game lead over Philadelphia. The Cardinals hosting the Dodgers in a big series there at St. Louis. In the American League, all the action coming up tonight. Chicago at Cleveland, Toronto is at Baltimore. Also in the East, Minnesota at New York, and Kansas City at Texas. Milwaukee at California, Boston at Seattle. And in terms of the standings, Milwaukee now with a 5.5-game lead over the Boston Red Sox. Baltimore 7.5 back. The Tigers, by losing this afternoon, have slipped back into a virtual tie with the Yankees for 4th place at 10 games off the pace. In the Western Division, California, hosting Milwaukee again tonight, has a 2-game lead over Kansas City. The Royals busy at Texas. I'll be back for more from the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum after these messages.
At Anheuser-Busch, we gave our brewmasters this challenge. Brew a light beer worthy of the king of beers. One with a clean, distinctive taste. Budweiser Light lives up to the challenge.
Bring out your best. Bring out your best. Bring out your best.
They brewed this beer with the best ingredients and with beechwood aging made famous by the king. You'll taste the best in Budweiser Light.
Bring out your best. Budweiser Light. Bring out your best. Budweiser Light.
To brew Budweiser Light, our brewmasters knew it would take time, patience, and skill. They knew the best never comes easy. That's why there's nothing else like it.
Budweiser Light.
Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
First thing in the morning, right there on your doorstep, Free Press has the latest news to start up your day.
First thing in the morning, news, sports, and features, funny things to make you smile and help you on your way.
Free Press, first when you need it most.
And the Free Press is first with the cheapest classifieds in town. Free Press Gold ads are a penny pincher's delight. 2 lines, 7 days for just $9.49. That's right, an entire week's worth of advertising for less than $10. Plus, Free Press Gold ads have a new format that's easy to read, and you can charge your gold ad on Visa or MasterCard. Phone 222-5000 for your gold ad today.
Free Press, first when you need it most. Free Press.
Free Press Gold ads really bring results. Phone 222-5000 now.
Well, the Tigers so far have played 5 games out here on the West Coast. They have managed 2 wins and 3 defeats, splitting with the A's in a 2-game set, losing today 3-0 as Matt Keogh blanked the Tigers on 6 hits in winning his 11th against 16 defeats. Joey Uger going the distance as well for the Tigers. Suffered his 7th loss. He's won 7. 3 runs, 3 hits for Oakland. No runs, 6 hits for the Tigers, who left 7 on compared to 3 for the A's. The story in the first inning in this ball game when Uger, pitching to Bill Fahey, a late replacement behind the plate, knowing Rickey Henderson was after the all-time stolen base record, did not get the ball over in the first inning. Walking Henderson, he stole second, his 116th. And then after Wayne Gross walked, they pulled the double steal, number 117 for Henderson. With Dwayne Murphy batting, Uger uncorked a wild pitch, permitting Henderson to score, and Gross took third. And Tony Armas then bounced out to get in 1 run, another run to make it 2-0, and a sacrifice fly by Danny Meyer scored the 3rd run of the inning. And that was all the scoring of the ball game, as Uger gave up only 3 hits. But his wildness and inability to keep the base runners in place in the first inning enabled the A's to score 3 times. The Tigers now move on to Seattle for a 4-game series after a day off tomorrow. They'll send out Jack Morris in the opener Thursday night against Mike Moore. Morris with a record of 14-12. Moore has won 6 and lost 10. Our broadcast coverage for the first 3 nights from Seattle will begin at 10:15 Michigan time. That's it from Oakland for 1982. For Ernie Harwell, this is Paul Carey saying so long. Once again, the final score, the Oakland A's 3, the Detroit Tigers 0.